Good morning.
Good morning.
It is wonderful to see you guys again, to be here again. Loving, awesome congregation. I've received messages from a few of you praying for safe travels for me and telling me looking forward to seeing me. I hope you weren't lying, but I appreciate that if that was the case. I do thank you guys so much for having me again here this morning. And if you can hear me on this thing, I can't tell. I'm going to keep going now. What's some weather we're having? Right? But the good thing is, what season is it? It's springtime. You know, a person told me the other day, how do you tell it's springtime in Kentucky? Or how do you tell it's March in Kentucky? Springtime, March? Anybody know?
Flowers.
Flowers? I guess I ain't flowers. Hang on, it gets a little better. You're heading the right direction though. This is how you know it's springtime in Kentucky. When the cards are sitting on the fence watching the cats play. That's spring in Kentucky, ain't that right? If there's any Louisville fans here, I'll pray for you, and you can, and we can talk after this. You know I love it. You know I love it. I also have to change here. I don't know how much I owe you. I celebrated a birthday this week, and I wasn't about to give up this money for no reason. I didn't know exactly what was going on, but I have some change here if you need it. I celebrated my 21st birthday this past Wednesday. So this is my first sermon of a 21-year-old. If I look 30 or however, I try to change a little bit so I look younger. But I'm trying to look the part. But let's pray. Let's pray. Gracious Heavenly Father God, our awesome Lord in heaven, as we just humbly come to you in prayer, Father, I want to thank you so much for this loving congregation here, this awesome group of people. My brothers and sisters in Christ here, close to Pikeville. I believe East Pont, Kentucky is where we're at right now, Lord, and I just pray that you will be with me as I try to share the word with them. Father, a lot of hearts may be in need here, as I know mine oftentimes is, and I pray that my message will not fall on deaf ears, Lord, but that it will be received, and that it will be received as being your word, Lord. Father, I pray that it is you that is glorified. I pray that you would use me to do so. Father, I just thank you so much for this opportunity to share your word and speak your word. I am unworthy. Father, thank you for using me anyways and for loving me so. Father, I just pray that you will use me this morning, and may you receive all the honor, the praise, and the glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Amen. If you could see the title of this sermon, Keeping the Flame. Now, what I mean by that is, who in here, I want you to be honest, raise a hand. By the way, in this sermon, I might pull you a little bit out of your comfort zone. And this could be a very bad sermon or a pretty decent sermon, depending on you guys. So you'll see as I move forward. First question I want to ask you is, who in here honestly has ever at any point in your life felt on fire for the Lord? At any point. I don't care if it was a day, I don't care if it was a week, I don't care if it was years, I don't care if you still feel on fire, that's awesome. But at any point felt on fire. Okay. So what does that mean exactly, to feel on fire for the Lord? Well, to my opinion, my point of view, it means your goals, your mindset, your focuses all revolve around what? The Lord. It's not revolving around, I'm not saying you're not thinking of this on the back burner or anything, but not school, not your education, not your work, not your family so much, not what you're going to eat at night, not things of that matter, but who am I going to talk to about Christ next? When am I going to get to read my Bible next? You know what? When am I going to pray next? When am I going to go and hang out with my Christian brothers and sisters next? When am I going to, you know what? When am I going to have a church over in my home and cook a meal for them? Or what? Something of that. I mean, I said, when am I going to serve somebody next? A lot of times, I have found in my Christian walk that this happens to people at one point in time. Usually people can point back to the, and usually you guys raise your hands, right? It happens a lot of times that people will say, I was most on fire for the Lord twice. This will be our main text. And if you'll be turning there, we will read out of Romans chapter 6 here very shortly. Romans chapter 6, where we'll be. So, like I've said, maybe a lot of you all felt that same way. So I'm going to ask this. Who felt most on fire after baptism? Okay, so I see a lot of the same hands, not all the same hands, but I see a lot of the same hands. And that's usually what happens. Usually what happens is at your baptism, you come out of those waters saying, I'm ready to win the world. I'm ready to change. I'm ready to make a difference on this earth. So Romans chapter 6 is where we're going to be. I'm going to bother you for those who are able. I know we've stood a lot and singing and praying and whatnot, to stand in reverence to God's word. If you will, and read the text, you'll stand for me. Those of you who can. Romans chapter 6, beginning in verse 1. What shall we say then? Are we to continue in sin so that grace may increase? May it never be. How shall we who died to sin still live in it? Or do you not know that all of us who have been baptized into Christ Jesus have been baptized into his death? Therefore we have been buried with him through baptism into death, so that as Christ was raised from the dead through the glory of the Father, so we too might walk in newness of life. For if we have become united with him in the likeness of his death, certainly we shall also be in the likeness of his resurrection. Knowing this, that our old self was crucified with him, in order that our body of sin might be done away with, so that we will no longer be slaves to sin. For he who has died is freed from sin. Thank you. Be seated. So, I use that as my text. I've had this sermon on my mind for a while. Aaron actually messaged me about a month ago, asked me to come on this day, and I've been pondering what I'm going to preach on for a while. I had this in mind about talking about the fire, talking about how to keep the flame, because that's honestly what the text is about, is keeping the flame. How do you, or how do you put one back that's been dimmed or put out even? So, I chose Romans 6 for this very reason right here. Remember your baptism. You see, the book of Romans, if you've ever shared with people, if you've ever talked to your friends about salvation, a lot of times you get took down the Roman road, right? Roman road of salvation. He who confesses and believes shall be saved. Romans 10, all the time. Romans 10:9. But they skip a chapter. They don't seem to want to talk about Romans chapter 6, do they? Why? First of all, I'll point this out. Romans chapter 1, verse 7 points out that Romans is written to the saints in Rome. That means what? Who is Paul addressing?
Christians in Rome.
The Christians in Rome. Thank you. The Christians in Rome is who Paul is talking to. So, would Paul tell a Christian how to become a Christian? Does that make any sense? Okay, first of all, no, it makes no sense that Paul is going to tell the saints in Rome, how do you become a saint? Makes zero sense. He's talking to them in the first place. So they don't experience that. If you want to learn how to become a Christian, you need to read the book of Acts, because that has 9 examples listed in it of how non-Christians became Christians. But because of the Roman road, we want to talk about that. Romans 10:9 talks, in my study opinion, talks about how you stay a Christian. Can you fall from grace? Yes, you absolutely can. That's another time for another day, though. But yes, you can. But they bypass Romans chapter 6. Why do you think that Paul mentioned this? You see, what's happening in Rome? Church in Rome. Excuse me? I couldn't hear you.
Turning away.
Turning away. What's happening? A lot of disfellowship, and that's not really the best word. They are not wanting to fellowship together. I won't say it like that. You got Jews and you got Gentiles in the church in Rome. And the key word in the book of Rome, in the book of Romans, is all. All. You'll see that time, all and all forms of all is actually what it is. You'll see that word play out over and over and over if you actually study Romans. And what Paul is saying is he is writing a letter, a theological letter, that just debunks every one of the Jewish arguments for why they don't want fellowship with Gentiles. And even some of the Gentile arguments for why they don't want fellowship with the Jews. So when you fast forward to Romans 6, what what kind of attitude you had at baptism? At my baptism, no, I didn't have any hard feelings with anyone at that point in time. Of course, not long after that, Satan works on you, right? But at that point in time, I was like, some people who I might have considered enemies before I went in those waters, I said, I'm going to Christ. I'm not saying that it's that my mindset changed and you're able to walk in perfect unity all of a sudden. That's not what I'm saying happened. In fact, I've seen many people who are baptized get immersed and think that all their problems will go away. Does that happen, church? In fact, usually what happens with your problems? Usually get worse, right? Okay, so I know a lot of people are doing it right. You're or at least I am in the same boat as you guys. A lot of times your problems get worse. Why is that? Because what do you put on your back? Big old target. And who's shooting at it? The world and Satan himself. Shooting right at it. So, I want to ask this question. And this is the point in which I said this could be a pretty decent sermon or a bad sermon. I want you guys to tell me some things you wanted to do after you were baptized. One thing.
Spread the news.
Spread the news. Anyone else?
Talk to family and friends that were not.
Talk to family and friends who are lost. Good. What else? I'm going to stand here and wait. I want some honesty. Mission trip crap, that's good.
Tell everyone.
Tell everyone.
Read the Bible.
Read the Bible. Anything else?
Try to do better.
Try to do better. Good. You guys are actually, I'm getting a lot more answers than I thought I might get at first, so that's good. You start Calvin preaching, you realize some congregations are different than others. But it's good. Okay, I'll take that. So let me ask you this. Are you still doing those things? Now that's the question I'm not exactly going to ask everybody to answer. But are you still doing them? If you're not, a good question to ask is my fire extinguished? Has it been put out? Or has it been dimmed? Has there been a basket something put over your life? Because if that's the case, it's okay. Guess what? All you got to ask is, how do I get it back? How do I get back on fire? And that's why I think the Lord give us baptism. Because who in here can remember the day they was baptized? I mean the exact day. Who in here can remember how it happened? How it came about? So a lot of hands again. Why? Because that was the point in time all your sins are washed away. The point in time in which you're clothed with Jesus Christ. The point in time in which the Lord looks at you and says, you're forgiven. The point in time in which you receive the indwelling gift of the Holy Spirit. The point in time in which your name is recorded in the Lamb's Book of Life. And you remember that stuff, don't you? And you're all of a sudden ready to win the world, right? This was me. The night I was baptized, I had about four really, really good friends growing up. I mean, from the time we was like wee little fellas growing up, you know, and we thought we were going to be in the nursing home together one day, telling stories and racing wheelchairs. But what happened was the night I was baptized, it was late on a Sunday night. And I went about 10:30 at night to my buddy's house, in which 3 of the 4 were there. You know what they were doing? Drinking. You know how far I got talking to them? I didn't even tempt them. I knew better. Let me just tell you this real quick to save you some time. If you want to talk to a person who is intoxicated and share the word with them, you better off go over and talk to the wall for a while. Just sharing it with you. Wait until they sober up a little bit if you want to share the word with them. But that night, I tried. I went over there with the mindset I'm going to win them. And I left pretty upset. I started to realize how alone I might be in this. Well, fast forward 2 of the 4, I had a hand. Just made it all. Thank the Lord. And when I was in the baptizing of Christ. Those 2 struggled just like we all do. And one of them right now is starting to come around again. And I praise the Lord. I thank the Lord for that. And I think it's make a lot of difference. We have crotch rockets. I know I'm done. But they might not live very long, but we have that, and we're kind of trying to use it as an avenue to draw people in. Just trying to do things, But he's got one, and we're going to see where it goes. But at that point in time, I was sharing with my family after my baptism. I was talking with the world. I was reading my Bible every night. Multiple times throughout the day. I was praying to God as much as possible. I was praising God all the time. Fellowshipping. I was at Kirk Hacker's house, who was my youth leader and who still is my evangelist, all the time. All the time. And I really, really firmly believe the reason that I can stand here and I can believe that I have a decently strong Christianity is because of that fellowship. Because I rooted myself to one who was already mature. And I stayed around him all the time. Because I'm going to say this, how many hours a day do kids go to school? About 7, 8 on Wednesday. Okay? How many days a week? 5? How many hours a week do you go to church? I asked how many hours a week you go to church. About 4, maybe. 4 instead of 40. But we expect them to be strong Christians. So, let me ask you this. Does meeting here make somebody a strong Christian? Now, I'm giving you some serious thinking here. Does meeting in this congregation here on Sunday morning make you a strong Christian?
No, but it helps.
It does help. And I think there's a reason why the Lord's, why we have the scripture that says, do not forsake the assembly of the saints. But, what makes you a strong Christian?
Your daily walk with God.
Your daily walk with God is exactly right. And I have a slide later that I'm going to present in conclusion of this. It's going to give you 4 things to try and practice that might help you keep the flame. So, if you realize this, that you don't have a flame, if you're struggling, let's go back to the beginning. Just let's take this time that we're together here this morning and remember our baptism. And let's go back to the source. They say water is purest at its source, right? I think I have that right. So let's go to Acts chapter 2. Acts chapter 2. Last time I turned you, but I have plans anyway. Last time I'll turn to this morning. Acts chapter 2. Obviously, I'm pretty sure most people here know what this is. Beginning of the church, right? Now, I'm not going to read the verse that everyone can probably quote in 38. I'm going to start in verse 41. Acts chapter 2, beginning of verse 41, says, So then, those who had received his word were baptized. And that day there were added about 3,000 souls. They, who's they? Who's they in this, in the context here? Christians. They will continually devote themselves to the apostles' doctrine, or to the apostles' teaching, and the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and the prayer. Everyone kept feeling a sense of awe, and many wonders and signs were taking place with the apostles. And all those who believed were together, and had all things in common. And they began selling their property and possessions, and were sharing them with all, as anyone might have need. Day by day, continuing with one mind in the temple, and breaking bread from house to house, they were taking their meals together with gladness and sincerity of heart, praising God and having favor with all the people, and the Lord was adding to their number day by day those who were being saved. I have a list here, and this is actually George Fall's list of how the church was at the beginning. Steadfast church. Steadfast. I want to explain that by saying this. They didn't get distracted. They didn't get swayed. How many distractions get thrown our way?
I know.
Honestly. How many distractions get thrown our way? But yet we sing the song, Lord, I will not be distracted. I will not be distracted. Church in Acts 2 was steadfast. Church in Acts 2 was empowered. Now obviously we don't have apostles going around doing miracles, signs, and wonders today. We have something that I very much consider better. What do we have? The completed Word of God. According to Peter, we have all things pertaining to life and godliness. You see, they had to do these miracle signs and wonders because they didn't have that book. And they had to do these signs and wonders to show that what they're saying is from who? From God. Because see, you had guys like Simon the sorcerer in Acts chapter 8, that's deceiving people. That's misleading them. And then all of a sudden, Philip tries to go down there and preach the gospel. How successful, do you think Philip would have been if he didn't have the power to do what he did? When Simon's already making people think he's someone great. Who do you think they would be listening to? I guarantee you, Simon. Don't think because we have the Bible we can look back. Think their present time. This guy's doing magic over here, stuff that we don't have any idea how he's doing it, and this guy's preaching. Who are you going to listen to? You're going to listen to Simon. It's just what's going to happen. But Philip goes down there and casts out demons, heals the lame, but guess what? Simon himself starts listening to old Philip. And what does Philip end up doing? Preaching the good news. What does Philip do after that? He starts baptizing Samaritans. Guess what? They was able to do this because of miracle signs and wonders. Philip was one of the people that the apostles laid their hands on. Now I want to say this real quick. I said this is kind of commercial, free and easy, whatever you want to say. The apostles only have the ability to lay hands on people. They received the baptism of the Holy Spirit, which they was empowered after that to do all kinds of miracle signs and wonders. But I can go over here to old Tom. Everybody say hi, Tom, if you don't care. I got one person say, come on, guys. Everybody say hi, Tom. I go over, yeah, there's two Toms here. Go over here and lay hands on old Tom. If I was an apostle, which I am not, but if I was, I'd go over here and lay hands on Tom, and he could receive gifts of the Holy Spirit. But what couldn't Tom do? Lay hands on someone else and pass it on to them. So let's keep it simple. After the apostles died, and after the people that let their hands on died, what do they have for the gifts? The Holy Spirit. The regular gifts of the Holy Spirit. They're gone. And by that time, what do we have? Word of God. So, and also Simon tried to buy this gift. Simon sorcerer. Peter said he rebuked them for trying to buy the gift of God with money. But fast forward onto this, or go back to the Acts 2 now. They was empowered. They was. They had this, but I truly believe we have something better. We have the Word of God. We don't have to ask these from it. We don't have to question it. We don't have to sit and wait for a miracle because we know this text here is infallible. And we know when we know it's the Word of God, we know whenever it speaks to us, by reading it, we need to act on it without hesitation. There was also a sharing church. Let me ask you this. You know what would be awesome? I really mean this. What if Christians today, and I mean even here at East Point, everywhere, got in this type of competition with one another by saying, I'm going to outbless you. What if that happened? How awesome would that be? I'm going to say Tom and Tom. What if Tom and Tom tried to outgive one another? And they just kept on blessing each other. What if one of them what if one bought the other a new Bible? And then the other one took the other one out to eat and got him a new Bible and a concert tickets to, I don't know, a Christian band. And then what if in return, Tom paid off the other Tom's medical bills? What if we got in a competition of trying to outgive one another? Not because of vainglory, but to say, you know what, I'm going to serve you. I'm going to try to get an to you by serving you. Wouldn't that be awesome? Really? Seriously, wouldn't that be awesome? How much sharing did they do in Acts 2? Let's read one more time. See, I have that in verse 44 through 45, so let's read it. And all those who believed were together and had all things in common. They began selling their property and possessions and were sharing them with who? With all, with each other. As anyone might have need. They were also a hospitable church. Took each other in. They took care of one another. When was the last time that you had any members of the congregation here in your home? I'll say this to puff up my two evangelists. But one thing I do believe that they've done well. Every Sunday night, we don't just go to church. At Law Chapel. After church, Misty, our preacher's wife, cooks for us. And has us all in her home, in their home. Kirk, like I said, began my ministry, began my Christian walk. I was at his house almost every day after school. Where do you think I done most of my growing at? I mean that. I want to see churches across the board stop this idea we only meet here. I want to start seeing everybody start meeting all over the place. Now, I don't say this to puff myself up, I do because it was an example of me. Now I teach a Bible study on Monday nights on the book of Acts. I could have everyone over at my home for everyone. Actually, I don't cook unless the girls cook. But, you know what I'm saying? I could cook if I wanted to, but I want everybody to go to the meal. So now I'm just teasing. But, and I've seen new Christians come into this Bible study and grow. Grow. Saturdays, we have a study on the book of Revelation. Where not a ton of us go, but a few of us go. Again, Misty cooks there to teach us. So I asked this question to some members of the congregation. I said, if a person was to go Sunday to church, Monday to Bible study, Wednesday night Bible study, and Saturday study, how many days a week are there? There's 7, right? I hope I got that right. 7 days a week. Who are you with most of the week? Christians. You're a Christian most of the week. I'm telling you right now, that will make a difference. And that might even be the difference in your Christian walk. There was also a happy church. How many times do you hear people complaining in your day-to-day walk? I mean, just day-to-day life. How many times do you go to work and hear a bunch of employees around you, your co-workers, complain? I'm going to raise my hand. I said, I hear it all the time. You guys hear it all the time? Who likes to be around a complainer? Nobody likes to be around a complainer, but what are we all the time? What do we do all the time? We complain, don't we? Guess what? This was a happy church. You probably didn't find very many complaints in this church. Also, this was not just a happy church, this was a praising church. You've seen them ready to praise the Lord. They were all the time doing it. Not only were they happy and praising, guess what? They were likable. You see, all these fruits of the Spirit, that's in Galatians chapter 5, I imagine them having. I imagine them being all these things. I imagine them being a light. Bingo, a light. Guess what? How many people were there with him? Thousands. Thousands were coming to the church. Thousands were being immersed. Thousands were dedicating their lives to the Lord. Why? Because they had a big bright light to follow that said, hey, we're serving the Lord over here, and we're being something different from this darkness. Guess what? If you're not being happy, if you're not praising, if you're not likable, you're not going to win people to Christ.
Amen.
Why? Because people don't want to be around darkness. And if you're trying to say I'm a light, but you look just like the darkness, what are you? Hypocrites. We all can be hypocrites at times, I understand that. But guess what? If you say, I serve the Lord, and then people are watching you cuss, or people are watching you complain, or people are watching you never praise the Lord, people are watching you treat people bad, people are watching you as you talk, gossip all the time and slander people, good luck with them to Christ. Have fun baptizing them. And I'm going to ask you this. If you're not winning people to Christ, maybe it's not the fact that your doctrine's wrong. Maybe it's your attitude. love will win people quicker than doctrine will. I don't mean doctrine. That's not what I'm saying. Don't take me wrong. You have to have both. But if you want to get somebody to listen to you, what should you do to them first? Or do for them first? Get on your hands and knees and serve them. If people are mourning, don't try and cheer them up. Mourn with them first. Let me tell you something. If you ever went through a hard time in your life, which I'm sure most people here have, maybe everyone here, do you want somebody to tell you to cheer up? Do you really want some? I mean, seriously, put yourself there for a second. Do you want somebody to tell you, I know how you're feeling? Is that what you want to hear? No. You want people to say, you want somebody to say, I love you. I'm sorry it's happened. But I love you. And don't, one thing, I'm not saying this is wrong. Don't ask them what can I do for you. Do something for them. Without asking. Because what will that show them? Show them love, and you will be alive. And guess what? I'm going to assume most people in here went through a hard time in their life. Can you remember the people that was there for you? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can remember. And who are you quick to listen to? The people that served you in those hard times. So find them. If in this congregation right now, you guys know one another. I don't know you as well as each other do. So if you see somebody right now who's suffering, I'm going to give you a challenge. After this sermon, go give them a hug. Go love on them. Go say, I love you. Because it really stinks to be the guy in the crowd who is depressed and upset while everybody else is happy. But you're not wrong for that. You're going to get down. You're going to be upset at times, and the world's going to kick you sometimes, even whenever you're on the ground. So what should we as Christians do? Let's go back to that. Love them. Be likable. Serve and be the light. That's how that was the church in Acts 2. It was. That was the church in Acts 2. But here's one cool thing. You see, if the Bible just left it off as that, as it being the church was on fire, they were serving the Lord, and they was bringing day by day people to the Lord, then I'd feel pretty discouraged. But if you read the New Testament, you fast forward to letters like Hebrews, and you fast forward to letters like Revelation, and you see a fire that started to be what? To be put out, wasn't it? You've seen how Satan started to work. Because guess what? He starts to work on everybody. Immediately after baptism. I've always said this. I'm going to say this for commercial again. Anybody that I've had a hand in baptizing, anybody that I have counted the cost with before they're immersed, I'll tell them this. I guarantee you know your number one problem, right? Usually they'll say, yeah. I say, you'll probably face it the next 2 weeks. Probably this week. He'll probably come face to face with you like you've never seen before. And a lot of times, if I see them again, because it seems like a lot of times you baptize them and guess what? They never come back. There's a reason for that. There is a strong reason for that. But, let's say they do come back, a lot of times they'll come to me and say, or whoever said it, say, you were right. And usually they're not you were right. Usually pretty sad about it. They're usually pretty hurt. So do you think I laugh? I say, I told you so. I told you I was right. You probably facing this with you. I'll say, I'm sorry. How can I help you? What's going on with you? Help them get through that tough time. But in Hebrews and in Revelation, you see it start to happen. A lot of times, it's because of sin. A lot of times, it's because of struggles. Many people here, probably, you might be the person in the crowd now when I say this, that feels like you're the only one. But many people here, maybe everyone here, is struggling with secret sin. Secret sin will absolutely tear a hole right through a Christian. It will eat and eat and eat. And Satan has a strategy, by the way. I'm not sure if Aaron or whoever has done this sermon, but Satan has a master strategy. One that says first step is he wants to confuse you. He wants to have a darkening of understanding is the proper term. Darkening of understanding. Confuse you. Start trying to get you along. It seems like all the time when we're fighting, maybe right now you're not fighting anybody, but when you go home, oh man, they start coming. They start coming big time. Okay? Well, first step, he wants to confuse you a little bit. Get you to see things a little different. Then after sin is committed, and all this stuff happens, he wants you to feel a little hard in the heart. Little calluses start to pop up. After years of weightlifting, after years of being in the hay, your hands start getting a little rough, right? Same thing with sin. It's the same thing with sin. Maybe that first time you committed sin, how did it feel? Church, how did it feel? First time you committed sin after your baptism, how did it feel? Me, I'm baptized. Everybody has. How'd it feel? Awful. To me, devastating. But then, immersion and sensuality can happen if the sin remains unrepentant. And what that means is not a good thing. It's a matter of you slowly stop feeling guilt. And that is a bad, bad thing. Bad thing. Even if you're still coming here on Sundays and Wednesdays. Bad thing if you stop feeling guilt. You should always feel that, and I mean that wholeheartedly. So immersion and sensuality can happen. Darkening of understanding, hardening of heart, and then immersion and sensuality. What that means is you start doing all kinds of things you probably shouldn't be doing. And then the last step on Satan's master strategy, spiritual destruction. Where Satan then says, I got you. I'm going to say this, and I stand firm by it. We are all somewhere on this strategy. If you're a Christian here, if you're not a Christian, he says I already have you, so I'm worried about you. If you are a Christian here, you're trying to serve the Lord, you are somewhere on this strategy. Find out where it's at and run. The reason I picked this picture is because Peter was doing what? Walking on the water, right? Doing what we would think to be impossible. Looking right at the Lord. Eyes on Jesus, walking on the water. And what happened? He started to doubt, didn't he? Took his eyes off the Lord, didn't he? And then he started to wonder. And that is exactly how you lose your fire. You start taking your eyes off the Lord, you have started to put out some of your fire. And guess what starts to happen? You start to sin or drown. But the whole time, who's looking down at you? Jesus is. The whole time he's saying, grab my hand, grab my hand. The early church was just like that. They started to see what happened. They started sinning, they started struggling. They started to see people that they love die and go through awful things. I want you to imagine this. A lot of denomination preachers talk about this whole time where it's going to be awful, the Great Tribulation. And somebody said this well. Tell me when it gets any harder than this. When you're sitting in a cell, and in the cell next to you is your wife and kids crying their eyes out. And in the cell beneath you is a hungry lion. And in the floor above you is a cheering crowd. And you're about to be the meal. You and your family. Tell me tribulation is harder than that. They made sport of Christians. Satan said, you want to serve the Lord? You want to make a difference here? We'll make sport of it. They would feed them to animals. They would make sport of them in the Colosseum. Caesar said, if you don't burn incense to me, bow down to me, and call me God, you don't get to buy, sell, or trade. Sometimes they put it up there to death. So guess what was starting to happen? Fathers were having to witness their wife and kids go what? Go hungry, starve to death. They were an outcast. They were put under. But who do they have? They had each other. But yet, they started to feel like this. Where's the Lord? Revelation to me is a beautiful, beautiful letter because 7 churches in Asia Minor are starting to question that very thing. Where is God? They thought at this time probably all the apostles were dead. But old John was not dead. And he received a vision of the revelation of Jesus Christ, which was given to him, and he gave it to the 7 churches in Asia Minor. And guess what they started to realize? Jesus is still here. He has not left, even though you might feel like he has. He's been right here the whole time. I want to say this real quick to the stoning of Stephen. Everybody says, I've heard it said that because the Lord stood up at the stoning of Stephen, you know what I'm talking about, in Acts chapter 7, that he was clapping. I've heard it said that. I've heard that he was standing and saying, you get it. Recently I heard this. Maybe the Lord stood up because he wanted to put a stop to it. Or refrain himself. It's all speculation, it's all kind of opinion, it's all kind of how you want to take it, but we don't really know. I like that answer. I like because guess what? I know Jesus didn't like seeing what happened to Stephen. I know he liked the response of Stephen, but he didn't like seeing the hurt that Stephen had. That's his bride down there. Somebody well said, I believe, maybe he stood up because he wanted to put a stop to it. But refrained himself from doing so. I can wait a little bit longer. Come back for him. However you want to take it, as long as you take it as it is, and that's being beautiful. If you're struggling, I want to say this. If you're struggling right now, today, this morning, what do you do? If you're struggling with a sin, for example, what do you do? Just stop. Just stop doing it. And refocus on who? Jesus. It's very simple. I'm not going to give you no big theological answer because it's easy. You just stop. You get your eyes back on him and you get back up on that water again. All you got to do. Not hard. Very simple. What did I say? You want to stop. If you want to get over it, get past it, you want to forgive yourself of it, what you got to do? Just stop. Get back focused on Jesus. So we're going to start wrapping this up very soon. One more slide. At a camp. Who has been to a Christian camp? Pretty good number. For those of you who raised your hand, I'm not calling anybody out. How did you feel while you was there when you left? Alive? That's a good answer. How else?
Blessed.
Blessed? How else? Did you feel on fire? Did you? Did you feel like you was ready to win the world again? Huh? Why? There's your answer. You was fellowshipping with who? Christians. How often? Every day. All the time, right? How many times did you read your Bible? Probably throughout the day. How many times were you praying? But every time you had the chance. And how often was you praising God? All the time. Right? So, East Point. If you want to get your fire back, if you want to retain it, do these 4 things. First step, that's maybe one of the hardest ones. Start surrounding yourself with strong Christians all the time. As much as you possibly can. Because guess what? You are a sum of the 5 people you're around the most. Studies show it, and I've seen it play out time and time and time again. So, if you are mostly around non-Christians, who are you or what will you be? If, however, you are around 5 strong Christians mostly, you are, what will you be? You tell me. If you're around 5 people who cuss all the time, what are you going to start doing all the time? If you're around 5 people who just constantly, if you want to surround yourself with 5 thieves, what are you going to probably find yourself doing eventually? It's just natural. It's just what's going to happen. It's how it's who we are. You are, and and examine yourself. Start thinking of the 5 people you surround yourself the most with. Who do you act like? Those 5 people. Guarantee it. So, change that if it's not right now. Surround yourself with strong Christians. If you want to be a strong Christian, surround yourself with strong Christians. Just what's listen. You will see changes happen. You will see your struggles start to be a little bit less harder to get by. Because where does Satan want you? Where does Satan want you? 2 answers to this, you could say, but I'll take it. He wants you around non-Christians, or he wants you alone. Also, read your Bible throughout the day. I don't mean one time at night where you read your chapter a day or whatever. I mean throughout the day. Read it because guess what? When you're reading that, you're listening to God. You're listening to what God has to say to you all the time. So throughout the day, read that. Because what does Satan don't want you not to do? He don't want you to listen to God, right? Also, pray to God, because that's not just listening. Then you're getting to talk to God. You're getting to share your problems with Him. You're getting to open up everything that's wrong with you and share it with Him. And see the listening and talking relationship there? See how that works? What does Satan want you to do? Not talk to God, right? And then last, praise God all the time. I don't care if you put on K-Love and skip the talk section because it's about some people might disagree with me on that, but I've heard one too many things on the talk part, but guess what? I do like a lot of them. I like a lot of them songs. I do. Or Air One. Whatever floats your boat in that way. And praise God. Or pop in a Christian CD from the Zuggs or from a Hacker or from whoever that you like, a Southern Gospel singer or whatever the case may be, and praise God. If you don't have a CD in your shower, sing to the Lord. If you don't have a CD in the car, sing to Him on your way to work. Praise Him. And if you don't feel like praising, if you're down, and the Bible does say, praise through a storm, we sing songs about praising through a storm, but maybe you just need to open up to God. Maybe you need to talk to Him. Maybe you need to pray to Him. I'm telling you right now, if you put these things into practice, you will get that fire. And it will keep burning brighter and brighter and brighter, and you will win people to Christ. You will. Guarantee it. Why do I guarantee it? How can I have the right to do so? Because the Lord said. Do these things, you're going to be a what? You're going to be a light. Big bright fire, right? You're just going to start drawing people into you. Because that's what people need. That's what people want. You see that the darkness don't want to be around darkness because they already have enough of that. If the darkness wants to change, what are they going to run to? It's going to run something different. And what's different than darkness? Light is. That's where you'll win people. So examine yourself. Examine yourself. And